Hey, Nickie Brown here. No matter where you are, and no matter what part of the world you are in, I hope that you are having an amazing day. It is very interesting in dealing with people, right? People have different personalities. We live in a diverse society, so there are diverse cultures. And people's upbringing is different, their mindset is different. There are numerous variables that can make up and shape a person's personality. And so I think about Taraji, um, how she felt after The Color Purple, right? Then I think about Monique, how she felt after Precious. And both of these ladies have a common denominator, right? And their common denominator was Oprah, right? For Monique, she also named Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels. However, what the two had in common was they were both Oprah Winfrey or Harpo Studios films. And they both felt slighted. Now, they said that Monique only made $50,000 for Precious, although she won all types of awards, Oscars, um, after the fact, and that basically Oprah did blacklist Monique, and Oprah is in the process of attempting to blacklist Taraji. So now let's think of it on a smaller scale. With you at your place of employment, with a supervisor, lead, manager who is abusing their power, abusing their authority, um, not choosing you for opportunities to be promoted or increase your income, making you feel slighted, trying to belittle you or shame you, um, criticizing, constant criticism. Although you're doing a great job, they will find the slightest little thing. Oh, in the corner, I saw some dust, right? This may remind you of your childhood where a parent or parents made you feel like nothing you ever did was good enough. They never said you did a good job. It was always you could have done something better. And so that makes you grow up to feel as if you can never do anything good enough. And I talked about this in a video the other day. So not only do we beat up ourselves, right? And even if you stop those habits, there is a tendency to attract people who do the same thing, right? So we end up in these situations, and a lot of times if we haven't learned a lesson, the lesson will repeat itself, right? So then it's like, well, what lesson do I need to learn? What is it that I need to learn? Do I need to learn to deal with people better? Do I need to learn to not deal with them at all and create my own opportunity or your own opportunity? What is it that needs to be learned from these situations? Because you constantly find yourself around people who exhibit unrighteous behavior, right? Even someone of the opposite sex, be it male or female, or whatever your preference is, right? One may find themselves with someone who will not honor them, who will not be loyal to them, who will try to belittle them or be condescending, right? Basically, not only pay you your worth, but also not treat you as someone who is worthy. So then you have to ask yourself, do you think you're worthy? Do you think you're enough? Do you think you deserve it? Right? Because this is all about the law of attraction. And a lot of people say, oh, well, I don't believe in the law of attraction because it's like blame, but it's not blame. Right? It's in those moments that we need to learn a lesson. So, what lesson do we need to learn? And are we actually learning it? What is it that we need to learn? Right? Not to give as much, not to do as much. But then what does that look like? So we have to figure that out. So why is someone like a Taraji always finding herself in these situations where people are not paying her worth? Why do you always find yourself on a job where you're not being paid your worth? Right? That's a common theme. It seems to a common theme amongst melanated men and women. Why are we made to feel unworthy, or like we have to prove ourselves first? And if I don't know if it was Monique said, but she said Taraji said that Monique told her basically you'll never get there. You may leave this earth never having gotten there, because people will constantly make you feel like you have to prove something, or they don't want to give you a compliment because they think you're going to have a big head, when in fact they're the ones with the big head, right? And there's nothing wrong. I do my best to commend people or compliment people and tell them that they're doing a good job. I, say that I'm proud of you to my child and things of that nature, right? He's not a child, but he's my child, right? But there are people who are of the mindset that if you do that, it's going to make the person have a big head. It's because nobody did it for them, or somebody told them that. And so now they have this mindset, well, nobody did it for me, so I'm not going to do it for anybody. I'm going to make this person work for it. I'm going to humble this person. You could be the most humble person in the world, and they'll feel like somehow they have to take matters into their own hands, and they have to make you humble. Because if you know your worth, you set standards, and you have boundaries, then that means you're on a high horse, right? Or that means that they have to knock you down a few pegs, because how dare you know your worth, right? How dare you think you deserve more or better? How dare you think you deserve to be treated with respect? How dare you? This is this world, this time and space, although time and space don't really exist. Well, space exists, but time doesn't really exist. This existence that we have right now, there's a lot going on, but there's also a lot of truth coming out. So the dishonest things that people will say to try to sabotage you, the truth always comes out. And may the truth continue to come out and be revealed. And so it is.